players, my teammates. We developed a really good relationship over the season.
Brought to you by Plains Capital, Nance Orthodontic, Mark Hart Architecture, by Delta Millworks, by Somanos, by Prosperity Roofing, by Cover Chevrolet, by James Gonin Architecture, and by the Chuck Nash Auto Group, by Tate Property, Terrytown Pharmacy, Innovative Care, Timeless Service, 8118 Dental Professionals, dental care focused on whole body wellness, Sportsman's Barbershop, a friendly neighborhood barbershop, Horizon Bank. Since 1905, Horizon has been proud to work with local businesses across Central Texas and beyond. And now to the Maroon Broadcast booth. Here's David Roy and James Scott.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, Maroon fans to be found everywhere. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth for not only the home opener, but the district opener for the Austin High Maroons, taking on Del Valle, of course. And James Austin High comes into tonight 3-8. Now, of course, we have to put that into context for some people. Few different games, some against some maybe tougher competition, some, as we talked about throughout the duration of the tournament, was more Coach A toying with this roster a little bit in those lineups, trying to figure out who's going to fit in and who's going to make the roster. We'll get into the lineup a little bit later, but maybe some names surprising some folks at home as to who made the cut, not just a cut, but will get the first district start in their young careers.
Yeah, it's an exciting day. To your point, record resets. We're just talking to the Dripping Springs broadcast team, who Dripping Springs beat Aikens in game one here at Berger 10-0, I believe it was. And they played it very similar to what we did. It was more about seeing who you have out there and what the rotation's going to be. So, again, the schedule clears. We're all 0-0, and these next 12 district games is going to determine the plight of this team. Can we win enough to take one of those spots and play for another day?
6 2-game series, of course, these next few weeks. So time is a factor, and time is going to start growing short. Now, it all starts here tonight here from Berger Field. Historic Berger Field, as we were pointed out earlier. But most importantly, here Austin High gets the home start. They'll go to Del Valle on Friday night. Of course, we'll be there as well. First pitch for that game is at 7 o'clock. We're slated for a 7:30 start time. We're up to 7:24, so we should be on time, maybe even a little bit early if things go according to plan.
Yeah, possibly so. It is Teacher Appreciation Night here at the ballpark at Berger Stadium.
Yeah.
So we want to certainly show the appreciation to the Austin High teachers here. But, yeah, it's an exciting day here, David, and let's see what we've got. We'll have a little starting lineup for the Maroons and Del Valle via PA announcer Grable Moreta. We do not have the Del Valle starting lineup, or at least I don't.
I haven't seen it come up either, so we will figure it out as we go, to be sure.
But not surprising, the Maroons have on the bump Fletcher Wilson today. So Fletcher making his first start, I believe, in district.
Yeah.
He's obviously got some starts earlier. He's, he has, in the tournament play certainly shown that he deserves this spot with really 2 out of the 3 games he pitched really elite level ball, including one against Stony Point. Sure. It was a very good team.
Sure. Well, and we'll talk about Fletcher Wilson, of course, with Austin High being the home team. They'll start the bottom of the inning, which means they will open up the night with Fletcher Wilson on the mound. That's who you will see first. We'll get into his numbers here in a little bit. We have one last new addition to our broadcast package that we will unveil at that time. But as they get set to set the Austin High lineup, let's do the same here in the broadcast booth, and we will give you the Austin High lineup as well.
All right, batting first, leading off, number 3, James Scott, playing center field. Batting second and at first base, number 1, Jaden Besa. Batting third and catching, number 21, Osby Contreras. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 2, Javier Godinez. Batting fifth and DHing, making his varsity district debut, number 24, Bodie Martiak. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 9, Ames Alejandro. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 10, Jason Martinez. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 12, Logan Kinney. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 7, Drew Anderson.
And, of course, as mentioned, Fletcher Wilson coming off the mound. You have the lineup there on the screen before you. Of course, as we mentioned, Scott, Besa, Contreras will be the first 3 up. Godinez and Martiak and Alejandro right there in the middle of the lineup. So the 2 new additions, 2 new district starters in varsity are put right there, 5-6 hitters.
Yeah, and I like what Coach A is doing because he has Drew Anderson hitting ninth. Usually you think, oh, man, I'm hitting ninth. I must be the worst hitter on the team. That's not at all what's going on here. Drew Anderson, well, we're going to take a moment for a moment of silence.
Coach Bauer was a passionate, committed coach and teacher, having served the Austin High community for 9 years. We offer our heartfelt condolences to Coach Bauer's family, friends, and all who loved him. He is a valued member of the Austin High coaching family and will be greatly missed. If you would please, we would like to recognize a moment of silence for Coach Bauer.
That moment of silence was in memory of Coach Jackson Bauer, who sadly passed away this weekend, and now we'll pause for the national anthem. All right, David Roy, and to finish that thought on Drew Anderson, he's hitting very, very well, swinging a hot bat, getting on base a lot. So all Coach A is doing is having Anderson hit right before the top of the lineup. It's a strategy that you'll see a lot in the American League. I guess now that the National League has DH too, you'll see that a lot. Maybe your second or third best leadoff hitter actually hits ninth in the order.
You see the lineup there before you on the screen here will be set up and ready to roll. And we talked about Fletcher Wilson. Well, let's bring up the numbers for Fletcher Wilson.
Yeah, Fletcher, really, those numbers are a bit deceiving. He's had 2 great starts. One that against Round Rock, I believe it was, where, the Round Rock Dragons, where he took the loss in that game, only threw an inning and gave up 13 runs, 9 earned. You take that out, and he has a fantastic ERA, somewhere around 1.1. So, early in the season, especially, one bad outing can really throw these numbers out of whack. So keep that in mind as you're looking at that on the screen. We're facing Del Valle here, who is coming in at 2-7-1. Last year they were 7-23-2. This is a game that we need to win.
Yeah.
We have playoff expectations and aspirations. We need to win this game.
Well, and we're at that point in the season where all the games become must-win games, right? And certainly the winnable games become must-win games. Del Valle is one of those series that you have to win the series. You really need a sweep here this week. Starts with a win here tonight, and then you turn into a win on the road on Friday, something that Austin High did a season ago. You'd like to see them repeat that here. The nice thing about it is, too, for Austin High, you have that early in the season. It's a nice confidence booster, kind of helps to inflate that a little bit. So long as you do what is expected of you, as you talked about, the numbers may be a little bit misconstrued for Fletcher Wilson. You see the ERA there on your screen. It's a bit inflated. But we will turn our attention here to the top of the first, and it will open up with Fletcher Wilson getting you going by putting 1 in the zone and gets you an 0-1 count to open up the night. Comes back with 1 outside off the plate. Cannot get Del Valle to chase early here, but trying to set up. And had to call over down to first base for a consult, but it will go as strike 2. And so the 1-2 count here early. Wilson comes back with 1 inside.
Well, that's at 86 inside. Fletcher's bringing some heat early on.
Just missed the zone on the 1-2, so the 2-2 offering is down in the dirt. And we've got ourselves an early full count here this evening. Wilson from the wind-up stretch, puts it in the zone, gets him out looking.
That's a way to start us off. Get that first out.
Second baseman, number 17, Noah Rowland.
About a quick 3 up, 3 down. That'd be nice, right?
Be a beauty. Here's a wind up, drops 1 in. Pretty looking pitch coming off the mound. And it goes for strike 1. The 0-1. Maybe just a bit high. So it evens the count at 1-all. And the 1-1 gets popped. And will foul. Besa trying to get over there, but there's a dugout and a fence in the way.
Just a bit out of play.
Just a little bit, hit in the top row of the bleachers behind the fence. That fence is a bit too tall for him to just hop it. 1-2. This one fouled off as well. This one a bit further down the line. And out by the light post out there in right field. Here comes a 1-2 offering. Way inside into the batter's box. Del Valle had to slide back out of the way to avoid a hit by pitch. Bit surprised he didn't just take that one on the arm there, especially when Fletcher Wilson follows it with strike 3, and that's 2 away.
Very nice job by Fletcher Wilson. Let's go ahead and set the defense for Maroon. Obviously, Fletcher Wilson on the mound. His battery mate, Osby Contreras, Jaden Besa, Ames Alejandro, Javi Godinez, Logan Kinney around the infield. Martinez, Scott, and Anderson in the outfield.
Wilson comes back with another strike 1. And strike 2. Find in the zone early and often here tonight. Just missed on the 0-2 offering. As the 1-2 gets fouled off. Wilson trying to get out of here without throwing 20. He can do it right here from the windup. Swing and a miss.
Struck out the side.
Strikes out the side. 2 of them go down looking. And just like that, we head into the bottom of the first. Scoreless. And Austin High looking to turn the table. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network. We'll be right back.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Math
Teacher Appreciation Night here tonight at Burger Field, and the Maroons going to work here tonight.
Yeah, we're recognizing some elite teachers here as recognized by the students. We have Kristen Lozano, who teaches health and head football coach, is recognized by Jaden Besa. Carrie Collins, English teacher, recognized by Javier Godinez. Lance Roberts, math teacher, recognized by James Scott. And with James Scott, we'll go ahead and keep the rest as a suspense for the next half inning, as James Scott's going to lead us off here. He's got a 14-game hitting string if you go back to last season. So he's hit in all 12 this season and 2 to end the year last year. Standing in, hitting .514 on the season with a .595 on-base percentage, .1224 OPS. That's all in 42 plate appearances. 18 hits overall for the season, 14 runs and 9 RBIs, and leads the team in both of those. Let's see if we can get the bats going here, David Roy, and get some runs on the board, make it a little bit easier for Fletcher Wilson.
That's exactly right. James Scott, he'll start with one, skips off the ground just in front of the plate, down the line to third, and he will get thrown out at first.
And that's going to bring up Jaden Besa, hitting .333 on the season, .472 on-base percentage, and a .991 OPS. 9 hits, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 5 runs scored for the senior first baseman pitcher. That's a called strike there.
And the windup just misses inside, ball one. Here comes the 1-1 with one away. The 2-1. Fouled off for the 2-2.
It's like Rodriguez is throwing low 80s on his fastball. That last one was at 82.
This one fouled off as well, so Besa will stay alive.
While we have a break in the action here, want to give a special shout out to Kennedy and Clara, a couple of Red Jackets here supporting the Austin High Maroon baseball team.
The 2-2 to Besa, just off the plate. And will bring us to a full count here early, 3-2. Contreras on deck. As Besa fouls this one off.
Good job by Besa.
Staying alive.
Have to offset that one pitch, one out with Sarge,
exactly.
right?
Drives in this up.
And we talk about it a lot, but the more pitches you see as a hitter, the more apt you are to adjust to the timing and the pitching of that pitcher.
Well, and the more pitches that you can bring in, too, as Besa does go down looking, but it also helps the rest of your bullpen coming down the pipe, because then it gives them a chance to see what's being thrown and helps them to time up their swing, especially Contreras. As we'll take a look here, bring up his numbers.
Yeah, he's hitting .346 for the year, .541 on base percentage, 1117 OPS, leading the team with 6 doubles, 8 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 7 walks. As he swings and misses there.
See the numbers on your screen. And away they go.
Nice check.
Really good job there by Osby Contreras.
.73-mile-an-hour curveball started at him and broke over the center of the plate.
And the 1-2. Contreras still working off the plate here.
Good eye. Way to stay within himself.
Really good job. Takes us downstairs, 2-2. Driving up that pitch count on the other side. Gives Wilson a bit of a break as Contreras fouls this one off. swing and a miss for Osby Contreras. He can't quite even up the count in pitches for both sides, but he sure gets them close. 16 thrown for Del Valle so far, 17 for Fletcher Wilson, and Fletcher Wilson about to come back out and add to that total. When we come back, you're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network. Scoreless going into the top of the second.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Welcome back in. The view from the side, and a pretty clean view of first base from our other camera, one of 3 on hand here tonight. We're missing our camera crew. If they're out there listening, you know, we'd like to have you back. Your company is missed.
We miss you.
You know, we miss you. If you want to be a part of it, you can, you know, come on out. Fletcher Wilson getting a part of this, but we got some more teacher names we didn't get to finish earlier.
Yeah, so Dane Calvert would like to recognize Coach Jeremy Villarreal, who's a math and a football coach. Fletcher Wilson, who's on the mound, would like to recognize Andrew Manchester, who's advanced physics and AP physics. Good Lord, I don't know the difference between advanced and AP. I thought it was the same, but you can tell I'm not a physics specialist. And then Patrick Bird would like to recognize Senor Carlos Perez, Spanish teacher.
Fletcher Wilson wanted to recognize a few more strikes, and he'll start at the top of the second with a ball 1. And comes back for strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1. This one hit cleanly over the head of Ames Alejandro, and Scott will come in and make the throw in his direction. Not sure if he was trying to get to Ames or if he was going straight to Kenny with it, but
that's the way they coach you to do it. You throw it right through the cutoff man, so he has an option of cutting it or not. Not necessarily in play there, but when runners are moving, that's very key. So you got to do it right all the time, and he did it right there.
Ames went up and tipped it, but runner holds at first. So the first hit given up in district play here for Fletcher Wilson. And he'll come back with a throw back to base over at first. Keep the runner honest. The 1-0. Comes back with strike 1. Here's Wilson, the 1-1. Throw from Contreras. Caught him in the rundown. Tagged up. And Osby Contreras with a throw out from behind the plate.
Boy, that didn't look like Acosta was running very hard.
No, not really.
Wonder if that was a missed hit and run. But still, you got to bust it. Nice job by Contreras and Godinez, or that was Kenny over there.
It's Kenny, yeah.
With that tag, they executed.
Kenny was there in ample time. He wasn't even still a third of the way yet to the bag at second. When Kenny made the grab, I was able to make the easy tag. So really well done there between Contreras and Kenny.
Allison G. Your food is in the press box.
Allison G has food in the press box.
All right. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Never considered ordering Uber Eats to the press box, but, you know, do what you got to do.
By any means necessary.
Well, by any means necessary is what Del Valle is going to be thinking right now. They've got a full count, but 1 away. Would like to get a runner back on. Wilson.
There you go.
Got him out.
Oh, Contreras airmails that one to left field. That's all right. What counts is the out, and we got that done. Nice job, Fletcher Wilson.
Well, he may have airmailed it out there, but he made up for it with a throw to Kenny coming over with the tag at second. So
airmail it all you want as long as nobody's on base.
Exactly. If nobody's on base, there's nobody at risk, then you have leeway to airmail it as much as you like. This gets fouled away, strike 1. Two away, nobody aboard. Del Valle hoping for a rally as this gets chopped foul down the third base side. And the 0-2.
Nice job.
Catches the plate, and that'll retire the side. So we'll head into the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here from Burger Field, but the Maroons, they're looking to change that when we come back. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in. Here from Burger Field, David Roy, James Scott, as we continue Teacher Appreciation Night here at Burger Field.
Number 7, senior Drew Anderson would like to recognize the newly appointed head football coach and athletic coordinator, Jason Cecil. Cecil was our defensive coordinator, and I can understand the tie between him and Drew. Drew is a linebacker for our football team. Javier Cruz would like to recognize Amanda Castro, English teacher. Ames Alejandro would like to recognize Kevin Baker, U.S. history. Jason Martinez would like to recognize Preston Smalley, science teacher. And we have more coming up the next half inning.
Number 2, Javier Godinez.
Speaking of recognizing, Javi Godinez would like to recognize you, sir, with getting off to a great start. 310 on the season, 444 on base percentage, 1065 OPS. He's actually leading the team with 3 triples. He's got 7 RBIs as well and 6 runs scored. Curveball in there at 72 for a called strike.
Puts him down 0-1 in the count. Let's see him drive up this pitch count there. You saw that second inning, top of the second. Fletcher Wilson gets out, only throwing 12 more pitches. He's up to 29 total on the evening. As this one away, and that'll go for ball 1 for Javi Godinez. This one down away as well.
A lot of off speed here by Rodriguez.
And a 2-1 count. This one again outside, so working away from Godinez. And it has worked up into a favorable situation here, up 3-1. And he will swing at the 3-1 offering and miss.
Like Javi was trying to pull that one, and that was on the outside part of the plate. Got to go with that one if you're going to go after it. Looks like the umpire just gave the Maroon bench a warning.
Ames Alejandro was kind of out and away from the fence, and so he was quick to retreat as Godinez swings and misses at the 3-2, and he'll go down one away.
He did try to go with that one, unfortunately just missed it. Ames Alejandro now batting. He's 2 for 7 on the season, 286 batting average, 500 on base percentage.
No, you got Bodie Martiak up.
Oh, we do have Bodie Martiak. My apologies.
Skipping him for Alejandro. There you go.
Sorry about that, Will. Bummer. Edit, redo. Can we cut that out? All right, Bodie Martiak. He's actually 3 for 8 on the season, 375 batting average. This is his 6th game played, 10th plate appearance right here, 444 on base percentage.
And he will foul this one off.
Be interested to know from him, being a sophomore, with this being a district game and his first start, how is his nerves?
Yeah.
Maybe he's cool, calm, and collective. Let's see.
He's got great length, and he'll take time here. Digs that heel in. And this one got a little jammed up, but did make contact. Unfortunately, it skips its way over to second base for the putout at first.
Yeah, he got jammed on an 81-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside part of the plate. Just hit it right off the hand, so I'm sure his hands are stinging. And now we have Ames Alejandro.
You are correct, sir. 11th plate appearance coming up right here. He will swing and miss. Look at the numbers. He's got an RBI to his name here on the season. And a couple hits as well. And he'll stare down the 1-1 with 2 away.
So I don't know if it'll always be this way, but it looks like Mr. Rodriguez is tipping his pitches. If he goes herky-jerky, it's a fastball. If he's more fluid with his motion, it's a curveball. See?
There it is.
That was fluid curveball. Let's see what happens here.
The 2-2.
I hope our Maroon hitters are picking that up.
Jason Martinez is on deck. Alejandro able to foul this one off on the 2-2.
His speed's ranging anywhere from like 83 down to about 69 miles an hour.
The 2-2 inside was close, but it is ball 3.
Good frame stepping out.
Yeah.
Try to break up his rhythm.
Battling it out here at the plate. Takes it side, and Ames Alejandro gets on with a walk. And that will bring to the plate Jason Martinez.
Mr. Martinez hitting .211 so far, 400 on base percentage. 4 for 19 on the season, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. Nice job by Alejandro taking that bag. He had a big, big jump. Base hit should score him. With 2 outs, he's running on the crack of the bat.
Martinez has got 4 RBIs. You can see it there on your screen, at the bottom of your screen there. Some of the numbers that Martinez has put up. This is 27th plate appearance. Skips this over to short, throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. We're 2 innings in. Still scoreless here from Berger. And Fletcher Wilson and the Maroons, they'll go back to work when we come back. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vipe Live Network.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back in. It's Teacher Appreciation Night here from Berger Field, and we will continue that right now.
Ty Schreiber would like to recognize Benjamin Keller, English teacher. Logan Kinney recognizing Ralph Miller, English teacher. Gage Pitt recognizing Senor Fernando Arroyo in Spanish. And Charlie Dice would like to recognize Jonathan Brooks, who's coach and maps. And we'll be back with more of those next half inning.
This one gets fouled off from Wilson. Brings him up to his 30th pitch on the night. And this one doesn't get more than probably 6-7 feet away from the plate as it rolls foul. And the 0-2 advantage for Fletcher Wilson off the mound. This one inside, lofted out into short left, and Martinez able to come up, make the throw. Second base hit of the night for Del Valle.
Up next for Del Valle, playing first base, number 25.
All right, let's turn 2. Might have a good hitter to turn that on. Gonzalez, who's their first baseman, hitting 8th in the order. Oh,
a little bit of a hit and run. That one, Kenny tried to get a jump on as he saw the runner, and it got pulled into the opposite gap.
You know, it was pulled right where Kenny was. That's unusual. Usually you have your second baseman covering the bag with a right-handed hitter for that reason exactly. Yeah. Kenny was going to cover the bag, and the guy, Gonzalez, hit the ball right where Kenny was.
Yeah, Kenny jumped and then tried to change course, but it just pulled too far behind him into the gap. And just like that, bunt sign on, Besa coming down. Wilson trying to flip it over and not in time, and bases are now loaded.
You got to tip your hat to Martinez. He put that ball exactly where he needed to be. At some point, we should probably put a bunt play when the runner's on second where the shortstop covers third for that reason right there. It's too much of a momentum for your pitcher to have to go all the way over to the line and try to make a play against his body, even if you're trying to get one out.
Pitch outside here.
And very quickly, Fletcher Wilson finds himself in a pickle. Infield is in, trying to cut off the run at home. So if you're thinking, too, the play's at home and then first.
This one popped into left. One run will score. Martinez Makes a throw to the plate to keep anybody else from doing the same, but 3 on and 1 across here in the early stages of the top of the 3rd inning, and that brings out Coach A to have a quick meeting with Fletcher Wilson.
Yeah, just noticed that Wilson wasn't backing up home, which is where he needed to be. Granted, that was a pretty quick play over there, but his job on that play once he gives up the hit is he's got to be behind Contreras in case there's an overthrow or a misplay. You don't want to give up in another 90 feet.
And perhaps in lower leagues and lower age groups, that's a teaching point. Some coaches, though, that not backing up home plate as a pitcher can be a stickler and be enough to end your day prematurely.
Good point. I think I played for some of those coaches.
5 hits, 1 run scored, and Wilson comes back with a strike, and this is where it becomes so crucial for Wilson. Bases are loaded. How do you respond, especially after giving up 1? That one outside. Ball 1 here.
Rollins 0 for 1. He struck out in the 1st inning. Godin is playing him to pull. I mean, he's right on the line, basically. I'd like to see Javi take a couple of steps to his left.
This one chopped straight back to Kenny. Kenny down on his knee, makes a play at the plate, and 1 down, and Contreras looking around.
Good job. That's good fundamental baseball. We focused. We took our time, got the out. We could have thrown it over there to first. No need to make that play because the guy was going to have that bag. But good job by Logan Kenny making the play, making a good throw over here to Contreras.
So keeps 1 from coming across. Does keep the bases loaded. Wilson comes back, strike 1 again.
Now, Alejandro and Kenny up the middle are playing back at double play depth, so their play is to second, while Godinez and Bass are still playing in on the grass.
Time taken here from the Del Valle side.
Boy, Godinez is really hugging that line over there.
This one chopped back up the way to short. Throw to the plate is in time.
What a
2
play.
down.
Holy Toledo, Logan Kenny adjusting, making that play on the run. That's Alex Bregman right there. Granted, different position, but he fielded that ball, came right home, and made a great throw. Boy, that could be big. We're just 1 at bat here from getting out of this.
Really nice job by Logan Kenny defensively. Charges that one, scoops it up, like you said, on the run, beats the runner with the throw. Not quite sure what the announcement was from the umpire, but
we had a courtesy runner for the catcher. Yeah, a bit more formal in district.
He comes out. He came out, made the formal announcement. Yep. Ball 1 here. Fletcher Wilson, this one chopped straight back up the gap. Kenny can't get to it. 1 run scores. That one's overshot. That's going to bring another aboard. And
I think what happened is the cutoff man on that play is Besa. Besa wasn't behind the mound, which is where he was supposed to be. Scott was trying to throw it to Besa and just air melding. If Besa's over right behind the mound, then if Scott overthrows Besa, he goes right into Contreras.
Pitcher, number 4, Andrew Rodriguez.
So just like that, 2 runners come across on the play. 2 more in scoring position still. And 2 outs. As Wilson comes back with 1 here. Strike 1. The 0-2 puts him down looking, and Logan Kenny, the hero a little bit there with a couple of beautiful plays, and then Fletcher Wilson comes in to get them out of the inning and mitigate the damage. Still 3 runs scored in the top of the third. And the Maroons having a meeting before their bats come back to play. We'll see if they can even the odds when we come back in the bottom of the third. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Gigi for Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC in San Marcos. We'd like to invite you to shop Chuck Nash, where we combine small town hospitality with a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Right now, we have over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and a friendly staff to guide you through your purchase. Stop into Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC today and experience a new way of buying or selling your next vehicle.
Welcome back in. Here live from Burger Field, David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. Del Valle up 3-0 here on Teacher Appreciation Night for the Austin High Maroons.
Another one of our teachers that Luke Whalen wants to recognize is Pam Quackenbush, Advanced Physics and AP Environmental Science. Henry Shooter would like to recognize Albert Almanza, who's Science. And Carter Hayden would like to recognize Rebecca Wright, who's Social Science teacher. We have Logan Kinney stepping in, leading us off here. He's got a .321 on base percentage. Scored 4 runs, driven in 1.
Swing and miss here as we open up the bottom of the third inning.
We got to go get some of these runs back. We've been responding well throughout tournament play. Let's see if we can respond here.
Kenny down 0-2. Takes ball 1 on the 0-2 offering, though. And he'll foul off the 1-2 pitch. So Kenny stays alive here at the plate. So great defensive effort from him here this evening. And they will need more of that from his shortstop position. He fields that spot so naturally. Check swing for him here.
That's 75 off the corner.
And just missed. 2-2 count. Kenny battling here. Wind up.
Ooh, there you go.
Drives it. A heater down the line at third, and it will roll its way out into left field. And he will stay at first, but that is 1 on to open up the bottom of the third.
That's just what the doctor ordered, and what that doctor continues to order is Drew Anderson. Senior Drew Anderson stepping in, hitting .471. .591 on base percentage, .1238 OPS. He's swinging a very, very hot bat.
You can see the numbers. He's driven in 4 on the season. Coming into tonight, this one levied over the top to second, but the throwback to first was dropped, and Kenny on a knee, I think it bounced off of him in the process.
Boy, Drew ripped that ball. You can't do anything about that. Control what you can control, and he hit a line drive, and second baseman just happened to make a great play out there. The second base is rolling. Now let's see if we can get something going here with Sarge up. 0 for 1. First pitch swinging to lead off the game.
You look at his numbers here on the season. 9 runs driven in. This will be his 44th plate appearance, as he'll foul this one away.
A lot of room at this ballpark. 311 down left, 401 to center, 341 to right. Biggest part of the ballpark is right center. We estimate that about 415.
Down 0-2. With one away and one aboard. Swings and misses, just couldn't catch up with it. And that's 2 outs. Del Valle, for some reason, the catcher thought that was 3 and started to walk off.
A little bit of wishful thinking.
Jane Besa comes up.
It's 0 for 1. Struck out in the first.
He's picked up 9 hits on the season, driven in 6. This will be his 38th plate appearance. And a bit of an error. That's going to allow Kenny rounding for third.
No.
Kenny driving in.
Oh, wow.
He gets across.
Holy smokes. I thought that guy had it. The right fielder had him dead duck. If he would have made a throw on target, he would have been.
Had him dead to rights, but the throw pulls the third baseman off the bag and allows Kenny to come in to scoring position for Jaden Besa, who's up 1-0 in the count. And they scored that as a second error, and Besa's hit. Fielded cleanly by the shortstop.
2 line drives that inning that led into outs, man. 6 inches one way or the other, and those are base hits, and we're still playing.
Now he'll leave one stranded, and that'll bring us into the top of the 4th. Maroons down 3. When we come back, we'll see Fletcher Wilson and the Austin High Maroons go back to work and try to make this a quick half inning. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vipe Live Network.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Welcome back in. You see the numbers on the night here for Del Valle. They've scored 3 runs on 6 hits. A couple of errors there in the bottom part of the 3rd inning. Unfortunately for Austin High, it can't lead to runs. Had 1 in scoring position, but that's about it as we return here. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth from Burger Field on Teacher Appreciation Night. Get into some of those names here in a second. As this hit bounces off Ames Alejandro, and that'll put 1 on. Teacher Appreciation Night here tonight, Mr. James Scott.
Yes, sir. Osby Contreras would like to recognize Mr. Drew Calver, who's the social science and water polo coach. Tony Dominguez would like to recognize Christy Moore, chemistry and AHS campus beautification. We'll have more after this pitch.
Wilson, the windup. This one finally rolls foul. Stayed fair for a long while.
And Landon Shipper would like to recognize Kendra Bartish, English teacher, and Bodie Martiak would like to recognize Coach Nick Lebo, who's CTE department chair and the boys golf coach. So thank you all to the teachers for dedicating your career and your lives to this next generation. It's a selfless act, and we would very much like to say thank you and join our guys and recognize everything and the impact that you've made to them.
I had a discussion here between the coach and your umpire out in the infield. It wasn't a particularly lengthy discussion, but it's just enough of an oddity that it's worth keeping an eye on as to what that could have entailed. As the 0-1 pitch was fouled away, runner on first, nobody out. Though Fletcher Wilson is a strike away from changing that. Here comes the 0-2. Just misses the outside part of the plate. And that'll be a 1-2 count. Ball one picked up there for Fletcher Wilson. And a throw back over to first. The slide back in caused Besa to go up and over. And he lost a handle on it for just a moment. They did grade, by the way, the runner on first. It's not a base hit, but an error on Ames Alejandro. As this one popped up, Alejandro makes up for it. Throw back to first. 2 away.
Little repayment there. Of course, Del Valle didn't execute on that play in the bottom of the last inning. We did execute on it there, and specifically Ames Alejandro. Nice job keeping his composure and making that first, the initial easy out, the pop-up, and then making that running throw back to base at first. So 2 down and nobody on.
Good job by Ames Alejandro, makes up for the error. And Fletcher Wilson, perhaps with some renewed confidence. Strike one here. And comes back and away. He's really trying to work that outside part of the plate and trying to get him to chase after coming inside the zone. And so far, nobody's really bitten on that. The 1-1 swung on and missed. And he just needs one more to retire the side. And the windup, swung on, missed. Contreras gets a tag, and that'll do it for the top of the 4th. A runner gets on, but then the Maroons, with a quick little double play of their own, retire the side. So these Austin High bats, Godinez, Contreras, and company will need to work to cut into this 3-0 deficit. When we come back, we'll see how they fare. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
I'm Hunter Malloy with Prosperity Roofing. Central Texas got hit hard with hail this year, and Prosperity Roofing has been there to pick up the pieces.
My house took some damage in that last hailstorm, and Prosperity Roofing quickly worked directly with my insurance company to replace it with a way better looking roof. They earned my 5-star review. I highly recommend them.
Everything important in your life happens under your roof. Let Prosperity Roofing give your home the roof it deserves.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth, live from Burger Field. A look at the number, 362. 3 runs scored on 6 hits, 2 errors, and Osby Contreras drives this out into center field, and the center fielder is able to get underneath it. And that's one away.
You know, David, we're recognizing a lot of people today. I'd like to recognize Jessica Scott, the missus over here. Gives me the permission and the flexibility to come out and broadcast a little Austin High Maroon baseball game. So thank you for Jessica. And I know somebody else ordered their Uber Eats earlier. Jessica sent me with some homemade oat balls over here.
There you go.
Oh,
and a line drive from Godinez right over to first. That's 2 away.
We are hitting this guy hard. It's just going right into their gloves.
That's exactly right.
But anyway, special thank you to Jessica Scott for all her support of Austin High Maroon Athletics. Man, we got to get this this guy. We're just hitting him hard. We're just right at him.
Yeah, just can't. The contact's there, just having a hard time putting it in play. Let's see if Bodie Martiak can change those fortunes here. Start us off on a 2-out rally and a 1-0 count. Good vision there for Martiak, the sophomore. Pops this one up. That's going to hang in the air. Center fielder calling it off, and he will field it. And that is a very quick bottom of the fourth. 3 up, 3 down. Heading into the top of the 5th inning, the Maroons will send back out Fletcher Wilson, but they are looking for answers on the offensive side. We'll see if they can find them at the bottom of the 5th. When we come back, top of the 5th, and Fletcher Wilson back to work. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brykerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Welcome back in. Live from Burger Field, David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. The Maroons. Fletcher Wilson up to 56 pitches here as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Maroons trail 3-0 and looking for answers, but they would like for Fletcher Wilson to keep up the work he has done off the mound. Struggled just a little bit in that top of the 3rd and able to work his way out of the jam, only gave up 3, and then since then went back to the way he was playing before the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, he's throwing strikes. He's given up 6 hits, has not walked anybody. So that's 58 pitches for him, and 40 of those 58 have been strikes.
Yeah. He's up to a 2-0 count here in the top of the 5th. And this one down in the dirt, 3-0. Have to wonder if Wilson may be starting to feel some fatigue here. Maybe that arm may not quite be into mid-district play form, as there he'll walk one.
I know we're showing a lot of appreciation for folks. I'd like to give a shout out to Tom Beck, who is here, father of Jake Beck. Jake's now pitching for the Trinity Tigers. He takes the bump for Trinity this coming Friday. And Tom, being loyal forever, is here supporting the Austin High Maroon baseball team.
Of course, we saw him earlier this season, before the season started, when we had everybody come back at the alumni spring game, winter game, rather.
Sure. Had to be winter because we had to get these kids before they go back to college.
That's exactly right.
Well, we were blessed with good weather, too, for the first Saturday of January.
Yeah, great weather, great turnout, even better turnout than I think we might have expected. All the Maroons coming back to be a part of it. course, some of these Maroons currently here went up against some of their predecessors.
Yeah, when we started this alumni game, we were hoping to get 12, maybe 15 alumni going, and I think we ended up with close to 50 to plus.
Had to cycle everybody through pretty quickly to make sure everybody got a chance.
But what a great day just to celebrate the 127 years of Maroon baseball history.
Yeah.
Now Douglas is center fielder. He is their leadoff hitter.
There is a time call for him to run over, speak with his coach, and then come back down. He's currently sitting down 0-1, does have a runner at first. Bunt sign on. Pulls back, swings, throw, Contreras. One in time, Kenny's down, and then a runner will advance to third.
And Kenny is not moving. Well, he's moving a little bit.
So Kenny currently down. So the runner running to second, Contreras saw it, made the throw, and Kenny came over, but probably took the cleats of the leg and got upended. He lost the ball. It rolled out into center field, and the runner just looked around. Nobody reacted from the Austin High side to make a play defensively. He takes off, advances down to third. And as he started to take off, it was only then that spurred the rest of this Maroon defense into action. And so we will see Coach A. Logan Kenny out there. Jogging this off, kind of hopping around on those legs, testing them out. Currently an 0-2 count, nobody away. Of course, the concern right now for Kenny, and I think he's asking for maybe some tape.
Yeah, we may have Patrick Bird and Drew Calvert warming up their arms in the bullpen to come in. Of course, in high school baseball, starters can re-enter the game. We'll see what happens here.
And you got see that over there, Calvert, Bird warming up. Kenny, though, is adamant, and he will stay out there, turning circles in the infield right now, keep himself loose. Certainly going to be feeling it in the morning, and will raise questions about his availability for Friday's game at Del Valle.
Infield's going to play in here, nobody out. That runner now on third, to your point. A lot of different ways that Del Valle can score here, and the fact that we're not swinging any better of a bats than we are tonight really puts the emphasis on this sequence right here.
Kenny taking advantage every chance he get to keep moving, trying to keep himself from getting too stiff. 1-2, down in the dirt and away. You have to wonder if that kind of a play has, we talk about everybody's in a rhythm, right? Part of pitching is being off rhythm, keeping hitters off rhythm. Part of hitting is being able to get the pitcher out of rhythm. Have to wonder if that play took Wilson out of a rhythm, as he has now thrown 3 in the dirt and away in a row.
He's working out Contreras behind the plate, and Osby's earning his dinner tonight.
He's having to slide, doing really well behind the plate to block these. Contreras, the signal, everybody in. And there, strike 3 in the out, and that's 1 down with a runner in scoring position at third.
Second baseman, number 17, Noah Rowland.
So Fletcher Wilson got the better of that battle.
Rowland stepping in 0 for 2. He scored a run and struck out. Infield does stay in.
Bunt sign clear. Strike 1. You saw the entire infield react. They started to charge, so we'll see if Del Valle changes their thought process here. The bunt sign no longer on. Have to be careful when you charge like that because it's all too easy for the batter to just pull back and swing and pop one over the top of the charging infield. Still playing in. The 1-1 down away for a 2-1 count.
Outfield is pretty shallow too, especially Scott in center. Fletcher with a big hook at 65 miles an hour.
Strike two. Well, and your outfield knows too that in these situations when that infield charges in, they're going to be responsible for backing up the bases and for covering if anything does get back over the top.
That'll push the infield back to normal depth.
Strike two away, or strike three rather, puts two away and brings you to your last out of the top half of the fifth inning. This one fouled off to the third base side. The 0-1 count. Wilson delivers strike two and only needs one more to get you out of the inning and retire the side. Give Kenny a much needed little break. This one down in the dirt. See Kenny out there patting his head, kicking in the dirt. Not sure if he's still seeing stars from that collision or not. The 1-2 gets fouled away. Up onto the cage here that protects the fans at Berger. The 1-2 count. Pitch number 76 for Fletcher Wilson, and it goes for strike three to retire the side.
Way to work out of that jam, Fletcher Wilson. My gosh, with everything that went on that inning, boy, that is just fantastic job keeping his composure.
I'll see Logan Kenny. Kenny's still kind of feeling himself a little bit. We'll keep monitoring that as the evening progresses. But as we head into the bottom of the fifth, the Maroons down 3. How do they respond? We'll find out when we come back. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network. We'll be right back.
Maroon Baseball is supported by Austin's oldest independently run pharmacy, Terrytown Pharmacy. Founded in 1941, Terrytown Pharmacy has been family-owned and operated since 1950, and the Newberry family is loyal forever. Visit Terrytown for great customer service, incredible gifts, and necessities. If you haven't transferred your prescriptions yet, give them a call. Thank you, Terrytown Pharmacy, for your consistent annual support of Maroon Athletics. Terrytown Pharmacy, online at terrytownpharmacy.com.
Welcome back in here live at Berger Field. Might have a case of mistaken identity if I'm not too careful. I stand up and stretch out here in teacher appreciation. I got to be a little bit more cognizant.
Just attention seeking, sir. Come on.
Well, look, that's why I have the headset on. I don't need any more attention than that. All the Austin High Maroon faithful, they get to listen to me enough as it is. I don't need them to see me as part of that.
We have 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors by Del Valle. No runs, 1 hit by Austin High, and an error. The scoreboard out there does not have the Kenny hit down left field scored as a hit, which is not right. So it is officially in Game Changer a hit for Logan Kenny.
So we will update our scoreboard accordingly as Ames Alejandro may get on with one here. No, not in time.
Well, that was a nice play by, what is that, Roland over there, I believe, for Del Valle. He kind of muffed it to start with, but he kept his composure, made a good hard throw over there. Nice job by that young man.
Good effort by Alejandro. Really tried to reach and extend there with that last step to beat it, and was just not quite in time as Jason Martinez now comes to the plate, and he will take strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Here's Martinez facing down the 0-2, and it's down in the dirt, ball one. The 1-2, the windup, and Martinez stays alive at the plate, fouls it off. One-two count for Martinez. And he'll foul it away. Logan Kenny on deck. And the wind-up and throw on the 1-2. It's fouled off. It's Jason Martinez putting in work here from the plate.
So this work pays off. You don't have to wait for 2 outs to start a rally. Let's get it with a 1 out.
As this one lifted into foul territory on the left field side, and that is 2 away.
Now batting the Austin High Maroons, shortstop, number 12, Logan Kenny.
Kenny stepping in 1 for 1 on the day. Pulled that ball down to the third base side, to the right side of a diving third baseman. Drew Anderson on deck and then back to the top of the lineup.
This one grounded, stays fair down the line to first, and that will retire the side for the Maroons. They're making contact. It's just going to all the wrong places once they do, and so another 3 up, 3 down inning goes by for Austin High. And Fletcher Wilson will take his place back on the mound when we come back for the top of the 6th. Del Valle leads 3-0 here from Burger Field. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vipe Live Network. We'll be right back.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here live from Burger Field. Top of the 6th. Ready to roll, and the Maroons still looking for answers, but to find them, they're going to have to maintain and keep Del Valle from adding to their 3-run lead. Currently up 3-0. 3 runs scored on 6 hits and a pair of errors. On the stat line right now for Del Valle. Early score. Austin High's got an error of their own. The official scoreboard here in the stadium says Austin High does not have a base hit. We, though, of the broadcast crew say, no, Logan Kenny's got a base hit.
I don't know any circumstance you could call that an error on the third baseman.
Yeah.
You know, error is defined as misplaying a routine ground ball. There was nothing routine about that.
Nope. That was a burner. You can see the smoke coming off the blades of grass as it ripped on by.
Well, plus the guy had to dive to his right.
I know. He had to make an effort. As Fletcher misses inside. That'll be a 1-2 count. Was about to add a white mark to the red helmet till they dug out of the way. And a swing and a miss.
Boy, that's Fletcher Wilson's 11th strikeout in 5 1/3.
That's a big wave, too.
So 11 of the 16 outs have come via the strikeout.
Del Valle called time. This would be a big win for Del Valle. Would give them their third. Currently, according to the Texas High School baseball rankings, Del Valle comes into tonight 2-7-1. Austin High sitting at 3-8. Would be a big district win for Del Valle if they can hold on. Here's Wilson with a 1-1. This one popped. And Kenny, he not hurt at all. Able to range underneath it, and that's 2 away now.
Left fielder, number 21, Adam Fonda.
As Fletcher Wilson is nearing 85 pitches thrown. Time call here. Bunt sign on. That was thrown behind him for ball 1. A little bit behind and a little bit more eye level. That's a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And a big strike 1 at that. Wind up on the 1-1. Just miss off the plate, 2-1. And, you know, the attention as you near the end of this top half of the inning really starts to turn, and the pressure has just been constantly ratcheting up on the Austin High bats. That they have got to find a way to collect. 2-2 count here for the Del Valle Cardinals, and the Maroons are looking for answers offensively. Two count. And that is fouled away yet again. So this will be pitch number 90 for Fletcher Wilson. A little bit of a time call. The umpire waving for him to have the ball that is being offered to him. Fletcher Wilson looking around like, I've already got one. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Pitch number 90 is what it takes to get him out of the inning. And takes you into the bottom of the 6th. Only 2 stretch half innings left for Austin High. And the batting lineup's got to make something happen. We'll see if they can when we come back. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
After a tough game on the diamond or a strenuous day on the job, relief from those aches and pains is waiting for you at Somanos. Kiko is a certified flexibility expert and wellness practitioner who provides comprehensive bodywork, mobility coaching, and intentional breath work that allows the body to relax while relieving pain and alleviating injuries. Somanos offers a variety of therapeutic services to fit your needs and not hurt your budget. Relieve pain and increase your quality of life with Somanos. Move better, feel better, live better. 512-800-3064 or online at somanosbody.com. Somanos, proud supporter of Austin High Baseball.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. Coming up on an hour and 22 minutes of playtime.
This game's moving.
Well, it is flying, and Austin High would like to see it slow down now as Drew Anderson will come up to the plate.
9-1. I'm sorry, David.
No,
9-1-2. This is a really key half inning. I'll put it that way.
Well, you're down 3, and you have an opportunity here as the order gets ready to turn over to make something of it. 1-0 count. Anderson sends this right back at the mound. Had to reach across to do it, but the throw is in time over to first, and it will start quickly with a 2-pitch out.
And James coming up with the 14-game hitting string on the line. You hope that mentally he's not putting pressure on himself to keep that going.
Well, and now it's becoming twofold, right? The pressure on the hitting streak and then the pressure of you're down 3-0 in your first district game of the season.
Yeah, if you're going to focus on anything, that's what you focus on. You just got to help your team by any way, shape, or form get on base. Hit by pitch, walk, whatever means necessary.
Well, Start takes this one 0-1, and the second one is at the penthouse level and goes for the 1-1. Scott fouls this one away. Puts him down 1-2 in the count.
Yeah, you got to control what you can control. Got to protect the plate now here, down with a 1-2 count.
Wind up, and James Scott will take it looking.
Now batting for Austin High, first baseman, number 1, Jaden Bessa.
2 away.
Looked like he was expecting off speed there. He took a fastball, looked like down the chute to me. You got to tip your hat. Rodriguez has been throwing a heck of a game here.
This is pitch 65, and I thought that was a little bit more outside to me, but.
Base 0 for 2, struck out in the first. Also hit a line drive out, if I remember correctly.
Big swing and a miss at the 0-1, and that puts him down 0-2 in the count.
We've hit this guy pretty hard. It's just, to your point earlier, just going into their gloves. Now, hopefully, we're not pressing too much. There you go.
This one, Besa splits it into the gap between second and short, and he is aboard with 2 away. And up comes Mr. Magnanimous, Osby Contreras.
See if we can get another one of those team-leading doubles right here. It'd be a great time to do it. Just keep this train a-going. Rodriguez only at 67 pitches.
far cry from Fletcher Wilson's 90. As this to Contreras. It's down low for ball one. The 1-0. Just catch the outside part of the plate. And the 1-1.
Yeah, it's 78 on the corner.
Two away. Here's Contreras. Swings and misses. Down strike two.
That one looked a bit high to me. That was 80 up.
And it's in for strike three. So Austin High goes down looking, and the Austin Maroons are going to be down to their last 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th. But Fletcher Wilson looking to close out his night on the mound as he returns and will return at the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
Ready to turn your vision of the perfect space into reality? James Gonin knows that great design is where it all begins. With a passion for creativity and years of experience in both residential and commercial architecture, James knows how to bring your ideas to life. Whether it's your dream home or the next big commercial project, like the new baseball field for Austin High, James Gonin will make your architectural dreams a reality. More info at jamesgonin.com. James Gonin, architect and proud supporter of Austin High baseball.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott, live here from Burger Field. I'm told it's historic Burger Field.
We'll go with that.
As Melvin of Dripping Springs told his listening audience earlier, his viewing audience. Beautiful night for baseball. The weather turning here to spring. Going to be warm this week. Going to be even warmer on Friday. So we'll get up into the 90s. And this Austin High squad makes the trip to Del Valle.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. Del Valle on Friday, then Dripping Springs Monday and Tuesday next week, and then the following week, Westlake.
A wind up here, down low, in the dirt. And goes for ball one. Comes back, strike one for Fletcher Wilson. He is working beautifully off the mound here tonight. He's up to 92. This one fouled off down the third base side.
Yeah, he's thrown a great game. I mean, he scattered 6 hits over 6 innings so far. Now we're 6 innings plus. Struck out 12, only walked 1. That one in the dirt, but that third inning, just things kind of came unraveled a little bit.
Good on Fletcher Wilson, though, for getting it back under control, not letting it spiral out of hand here for him. And time here taken by Del Valle.
Yeah, he kept his composure, and he's battling.
Fought through the adversity, and he's come back, kept it pretty clean. This one grounded over to third. Throw to first, a bit high, but Besa able to field it. And that's one away.
Nice work over there on Jaden Besa. Catching that ball, very catchable, but you got a runner bearing down on you, and with a potential collision, he did a masterful job in receiving that one.
And Godinez' throw pulled him a little bit back down the first base line. And it was a little bit high. Besa able to field it, like you said, able to snag that cleanly. But even more impressive, you talk about the collision, have to wonder if replaying in his head was what happened with Logan Kenny at second earlier in the night. As this one chopped down, Godinez on the run. Laser over to first, and that's 2 away.
Now batting for Del Valle.
Fletcher Wilson helping his infield to make short work of these Del Valle hitters. A wind up from Wilson. It's fouled off. Strike 2. One away from getting out of the inning and one away from pitch 100. And this one is floated right to Javi Godinez. And that'll retire the side.
Now we got to go get them Austin High.
Big bottom of the 7th on the way. Don't go anywhere, folks. Maroon fans, sit tight. Pitch 100 for Fletcher Wilson. Can the Maroons come back down 3, bottom of the 7th? Stay tuned, find out. You're watching Maroon Baseball here on the Vibe Live Network.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. We'll pull up the numbers here for you on the night. 3 runs scored on 6 hits for Del Valle. They've committed a couple of errors here tonight. Austin High, a hit and an error. And they're needing a few more than that here tonight. As we head in, bottom of the 7th, Austin High down to their last 3 outs. And it will start with a strike for Javi Godinez. Martiak and Ames Alejandro on deck. As Godinez fouls this one away down 0-2. We haven't even talked about that, but the pressure now, because of the way this has gone, falls onto the 2 sophomores here to make a name for themselves in their first district play, and what a time to do it.
Yeah, you just got to stay within your control. Control what you can control. Don't expand your zone. We need runners. One swing of the bat doesn't change the outcome right now. We need multiple guys on. One at a time.
Time was taken for a conversation between both catcher and pitcher for Del Valle. And Godinez down 0-2. A wind-up throw. This one fouled off into the Del Valle dugout, and I mean into the Del Valle dugout.
Well, that was a shot.
He ripped that one into the opening there, and that thing bounced around in the cage like a pinball.
Looks like everybody's okay. Thank goodness.
This one outside, ball 1. Godinez fighting up there. Maroon faithful spurring him on. Godinez chops this foul down the third base side. And so the fight continues. A 1-2 count. Wind up, swung on, missed by Javi Godinez. And that's one away.
Designated hitter, number 24, Bodie Mardiak.
Up comes Bodie Mardiak. Check swing. And it still finds the zone. I am reminded that Ames Alejandro is not a sophomore. He is a junior.
He didn't want a red shirt already.
Yeah, you know. This one outside. A 1-1 count here for Bodie Mardiak. A wind up, swing and a miss. Mardiak was on a line with it just maybe a bit early. And the 1-2. Reaches for it, misses. Mardiak went chasing out of the zone. And up comes Ames Alejandro as the Maroons' last out. Martinez on deck, and it'll fall on Alejandro to keep the inning going. Two away, and Alejandro will start with one. Floated out into foul territory. And first base unable to get underneath it. Strike one. And the 0-1 pitch is well outside for ball one. The 1-1 swung on, missed. Alejandro goes down 1-2 in the count. And down to his last strike. Check swing. It's in the zone, and that's how it ends. Alejandro trying to plead his case. But that'll do it. And this game ends with Del Valle on top 3-0.
Boy, that was disappointing.
Oh.
You know, you do have to tip your hat to Rodriguez, who threw a good game, obviously, by the results. We only had 2 hits. I know our board here says 1 hit, but we actually have 2 hits, one by Kenny and one by Jaden Besa, I believe. He kept us off balance, but we have faced a lot better pitching in the tournament, and we produced more results.
Yeah.
We hit him well at times. We just didn't get it combined and bunched together like they did in the third.
And a lot of it too, the times where there were a lot of times they're making great contact, but the other part of the problem of it is the contact's being made, but it's not going where you need it to go. You're not on target with it on the exit and the swing, and you're grounding over to second, or you're line driving, hitting a line drive straight over to short, who then makes that throw to first, or whatever the case may be. There's just too many of those issues where you're making connections. A couple of them were in the outfield, and center field and left field were able to get underneath them or chase them down or what have you, and it's hard to win when you can't get your hits to land where you need them to.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. And if there's one thing that the Maroons should take from this is they hit some balls that were rocket shots off of him. You can only control what you can do, and that's put the bat on the ball, hit a round ball with a round bat squarely.
Yeah.
And we did that. It just happened to go to people. You're going to have games like this. Unfortunately, we really needed this game, so we have no other choice but to come back out on Friday and do to them on Friday what they did to us today.
Well, and we talk about it in that regard, and the other side of it is, I mean, like you said earlier, tip of the cap to Rodriguez, tip of the cap to Del Valle as a whole. Top of the third inning, for whatever reason, they got Fletcher Wilson's number from what he had shown them through innings 1 and 2. Fletcher Wilson changed something, though, through the rest of the night, and it worked, and Del Valle just couldn't catch up. But that top of the third inning is what did it, and it was enough. 3 runs were enough. If you had told me that coming out of what we'd seen over the last couple weeks for the tournament, that 3 runs was going to be enough to sink this Austin squad, I would have laughed.
Yeah.
I mean, the way the bats were flying for Austin High over the last couple of weeks, there's no way 3 runs were ever going to be enough. And, tonight that was the case. To your point, though, tip the cap to Del Valle, because as much as Austin High needed this win, how big of a steal of a win is it for Del Valle to come in here and come away with that win against Austin High on the road?
Yeah, no, very good point. Very good point. And, Del Valle did what Austin High did not do at any point in time in our 7 at-bats, is put together consecutive hits. They led off that top of the third inning, Alvaro, Gonzalez, and Martinez, followed by Douglas. 4 hits in a row, scored their first run. Then we had the fielder's choice, 2 of those back-to-back. Those were the Kenny plays in, I believe. And then they had the big hit, the single to center, where 1 run was going to score. Besa was not behind the mound to take the throw from Scott, the center fielder. Scott air melted over Besa's head, which gave him that 3rd run, and that's all she wrote. It was that in a span of, 4, 5, 6, 7, in a span of 7 hitters, which from a pitch standpoint happened very quickly. Those were the scoring outbursts by Del Valle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good point. And so as Austin High comes up short here on a night where Fletcher Wilson, by the way, threw 100 pitches, played a heck of a game off the mound, and it's unfortunate that the end result is a 3-0 loss against his squad, and just wasn't helped out on the batting side of things. And it's unfortunate that a Fletcher Wilson performance of that caliber, ends the way that it does. So that'll have to do, and they're just going to have to learn from it. They're going to have to flush this one away and turn their attention to getting Del Valle back on Friday night.
Yeah, we fall to 3-10. Now let's make it 4-10 as of Friday night. Yeah. You got to go get them, and season's not over yet. We're just 0-1 in district, but we got to go win the game on Friday. That's all there is.
Yeah, it's a big game on Friday night, and we will be back for it. First pitch at 7, live from Del Valle. As that'll do it for us. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I'm David Roy, and our producer here, Lulu Korn, James Scott here, my broadcast partner. Of course, Nathan, our quality assistant control back at Vipe HQ, as it were. And, of course, Suna and our director of broadcasting, Merle Bertrand. I'm David Roy saying good night from Burger Field as Del Valle gets a 3-0 win. Will the Maroons get revenge on Friday night? Come right back here at 7 o'clock on Friday night and find out with us. Have a good night, everyone.